Hi everyone, my name is Natalie Bador and today I will be presenting about the Young Adult Library Services Association, also known as the YALSA. First, I will explain what exactly this association is and its mission. According to Jasmine McGee of Associations Now, the YALSA can be described as a national organization made up of librarians and advocates dedicated to strengthening services for teens. Carol Starr of the ALA website states that it was formally founded on June 24, 1957, after a massive reorganization that split the Association of Young People's Librarians, which was created in 1941, into the Children's Librarian Association and the Young Adult Services Division, known as the YASD. Early on, there were many executive secretaries that served both divisions, but in September of 1975, Evelyn Shavel was hired as the sole executive secretary to the YASD. Over the years, this organization has produced book lists, guidelines, exhibits, and workshops, among many other useful things. The name was changed to the Young Adult Library Services Association in 1992. The organization gained greater recognition with its new name and image. YALSA's parent organization is the ALA, which stands for the American Library Association. It is the largest and oldest library organization in the world. It was founded in 1876 and its mission is to provide leadership for the development and improvement of library services. Here's some basic information that I got from the ALA website to give you a better understanding of just how extensive the YALSA is. The organization's headquarters is in Chicago, and there are currently over 5,000 members, 640 volunteers, and 36,000 Twitter followers, which shows that this is a pretty large association. Their main mission is to put all teens on the path to success. And you may be asking, why focus on teens? Well, teenagers are at a very important developmental stage in their lives. They cannot simply be treated like older children. Also, younger teens differ from older teens, and various approaches need to be taken to successfully connect with all of them. Going along with that mission statement, the YALSA has a vision to give all teens access to quality library programs that foster their personal growth, academic needs, and career development. Next, I will talk about the main things that the YALSA does. First and foremost, they advocate. They participate in events such as district days, where librarians get a chance to invite elected officials to their libraries to show them all the great things they provide for teens. They're important because they give librarians a chance to tell their stories and illustrate all the hard work they do. Legislators are also more inclined to support funding when they have personal knowledge on topics. Overall, district days work to educate officials and garner respect for libraries. Next, the YALSA promotes relevant research through things like the Journal for Research on Libraries and Young Adults. This is a wide collection of articles with multiple volumes that explore topics related to teens. For example, there is one journal titled The Real Deal, Teen Characters with Autism in YA Novels, and examines just how important representation is in literature. The YALSA also trains librarians to make sure they have the skills needed to engage and support teens. They can partake in several educational activities, such as the annual Teen Services Symposium, which covers topics related to providing services for young adults. Lastly, the YALSA works to build capacity. It provides over $150,000 per year to libraries through grants. This helps libraries do things like offer summer reading programs and hire teen interns. Overall, the YALSA works hard to be heard and ensure that teens are receiving the services they need. Next, I will discuss how the YALSA strives to attract teens to the local library with an approach that is deeply rooted in digital content and social media. Libraries need to transform into digital-friendly spaces in order to draw in patrons, especially teens. There was once a period where using mobile devices in libraries was frowned upon, but that time is long gone. Technology must be embraced, and librarians know this. One way the library can attract teens is to create designated learning areas. For example, the Chicago Public Library has implemented 5 U-Media spaces that promote digital content production and social interaction. Another way libraries can attract teens is to encourage strong media literacy. Whenever teens go online, they build an identity for themselves. They should understand policies on privacy and fair use so their experience on social media is not only enjoyable but safe and worthwhile. Teens should also think about what they are posting before they share it to the world. Being mindful is important when everything on the internet can last forever. To add to that, libraries are striving to have that cool factor in order to appeal to teens. They want to encourage young adults to post status updates and pictures when they're at the library to spark conversations and bring in more young adults. All in all, digital creativity is crucial for a successful library and needs to be promoted. Next, I will discuss some of the recent projects the YALSA is working on. First, there is Badges for Learning. Digital Media and Learning has donated $75,000 to the YALSA so they can develop digital badges as a means of delivering continuing education. Continuing education is crucial in the library community, seen as the nature of information is constantly changing. Libraries are no longer just seen as content providers. They are a means of creating, using, and sharing information now. Every time librarians complete a lesson, they earn a badge. This helps staff gain the skills they need to successfully work with teens. Another project the YALSA will focus on pertains to college and career readiness. They received $305,000 in funds from the Institute of Museum and Library Services to provide training and resources to rural and tribal library staff. Together, they will develop customized learning programs to help adolescents gain valuable knowledge, which will prepare them for their futures. A third project is strengthening community connections. A task force will create new resources to help members form and maintain community partnerships, and these resources will be made available once they are created on the YALSA's wiki page. This is important because building strong connections will allow for more knowledge and ideas to be shared, therefore inspiring a greater amount of growth. The YALSA is also working on expanding their cultural competence. There is a wiki dedicated to understanding and incorporating diversity in everyday work. Expanding cultural identity ensures that no student gets excluded from participating in library activities. The last program I wish to discuss is called Teen Programming HQ. The Best Buy Children's Foundation and the Dollar General Literacy Foundation granted funds to the YALSA to help them launch an online clearinghouse of teen programming. This is great because it allows users to share and upload their own program ideas while discussing any issues that may arise in forums. Many ideas I have seen on the site are related to what books should be picked for book discussions and the best ways to attract teens to libraries. I have even seen a librarian ask for advice on how to set up a Teen Read Week display because her library did not have one for about 9 months before she started. Here, other librarians can comment and give her helpful ideas so she can create a fun and effective display. It is all about appealing to teens and making sure they are not being forgotten in the busy library setting. I feel as though all these new programs are efficient and will definitely help foster teen learning. Now, I would like to talk about joining this organization and some of the major benefits. The current members consist of a variety of different people. We have various librarians, such as school, youth services, and references. There are also educators and administrators and after-school providers who work with teens. Adding to the list are graduate students of library sciences. And lastly, we have supporters of youth libraries, including parents and teens. Basically, if you are passionate about youth services and libraries, you should join this organization. Next, I would like to talk about the major benefits of this association. You can build your skills and knowledge to give you a competitive edge over your colleagues. The YALSA provides numerous webinars and discounts on products, books, and conferences to cater to your career. By joining this organization, you can also stay up to date on the latest trends and resources through free subscriptions to publications like the YALSA's award-winning journal. Networking is also a huge deal in this association. You can meet professional contacts that can lead you to new and exciting career opportunities. You can communicate and interact with members via virtual and face-to-face committees, interest groups, and more. You can make your daily work easier by receiving support from other members when it comes to creating programs or asking for advice. Lastly, you can gain leadership skills with the YALSA's mentoring program and board fellowship. As you can see, this organization has so much to offer, and while there are dues and rates for each member, it is money well spent. The YALSA appeals to me because I find teens fascinating and feel as though they have unique voices that need to be heard. I'm so happy that so many people are working together to ensure that quality and meaningful library services are being offered to all teens. This concludes my presentation. Thank you so much to everyone who listened and watched.